Hi, I'm Lee Hawes. Welcome to Classic Hunts.
Hunt. To pursue with the intent to capture. Classic. Traditional. Enduring. It is with these words that we venture into the past. Today, Buffalo Arms and Turnbull Restoration present Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes. Come join the buffalo hunter on an historical hunting journey from the Americas to Africa and Asia. Experience all the world of hunting has to offer with the men, machines, and methods that tamed the wild more than a century ago. Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes is brought to you by Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West. Turnbull Restoration, preserving history, one gun at a time. Shoots in black powder, only the best in world-class black powder. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best. Wool Power, when going indoors is not an option. And Hawes Ranch Outfitters, adventure is our business.
Welcome to Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes. Today we're back in South Africa at Mark Whitehead Safaris, wrapping up a great trip to the Dark Continent. This week, Mark will take Lee into the wild in search of a Gemsbock, another of the great exotics found in South Africa. So far, Lee and Dave Gullo of Buffalo Arms have been able to each harvest a warthog, while Dave brought down an Eastern Cape kudu, and Lee picked off a mountain reed buck. On the way home, the boys will visit some of England's premier gun makers and try not to buy some new toys. Thank you for joining us. Now come enjoy another Classic Hunt.
You're watching Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes and Dave Gullo in South Africa.
Live the experience with North America's premier authentic outfitter to the Old West, Buffalo Arms. Whether you're suiting up to reenact an historical battle or challenging yourself with a hunt reminiscent of our forefathers, Buffalo Arms has the clothing, the gear, the firearms, and shooting supplies to make it real. Shop online today at www.buffaloarms.com. Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West.
Lone Star Rifle Company, manufacturer of fine rolling block rifles. From authentically patterned American Western firearms to custom-designed rifles, Lone Star Sporting and Target Rifles gives you the benefit of over 25 years of award-winning shooting and manufacturing excellence. Lone Star Rifle Company also offers customized gunsmithing to improve the performance and beauty of your existing rolling block rifle. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best.
Don't move anybody.
Hi, I'm Lee Hawes. Me and my friend Dave Gullo here in London, England. Right across the street from Holland in Holland. We're gonna go over there and Dave's promised me he's gonna buy me a new rifle. Come on. You're watching Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes. We're on safari. Stay with us for more after these messages. Looked pretty good, didn't it? Might be just a hair low, but
I think that was good enough.
I think it'd be good enough. We'll have to follow up here a little bit. These scrub trees and stuff, but it'll be all right. This wind's pretty difficult. Kind of making it tough. We better move up and keep him inside, hadn't we? You know what we ought to do?
Man, in that first one's pumpkin full of adrenaline now, you know, so they keep going. Anything that you've a bad shot.
Thanks, sir.
Good shooting. With this wind and everything.
That obviously hit him hard enough.
One leg's gone. It's gone. Definitely gone.
He was never going to go that far.
No, he wasn't going to go.
Well, we were walking up, and I know Mark probably had spotted, but he was in the shade, and I thought better safe. So that's why I just put my hand on his shoulder because I could see he wasn't flat yet.
Yeah.
My hammer.
Oh, did that hammer you?
Yeah. Well, no. When I ejected, and then I pulled that out. I scratched my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
He's gone.
Just like
So right.
now, do
So right.
you wish to call them oryx or Gemsbock?
We call them Gemsbock.
Gemsbock.
Yeah.
And
That's
what's-
what we call them. As I say, that typifies that mask of these is just massive. They're just magnificent in the background.
I love them, but I hunt them. But that's how it works. I mean, you love them, but yet you still hunt them.
You have to hunt if you want to be a conservative.
Right.
If you want to be conservative, you have to hunt them. Gemsbock can be fairly destructive on land. They consume a hell of a lot. And you go up here to the Kalahari where they are actually indigenous to. And you see where they're running a hell of a lot of Gemsbock how that land is pretty denuded. Certain areas, some guys don't they don't care too much, you know, and like to have a big herd, Mark, but they're tough on felt. I mean, this guy's in immaculate condition. He's as fat as a pig.
He's beautiful. We're waiting just a few minutes here to approach this animal. Make sure that he's done. The Gemsbock's horns we'll get closer, but they're look like a needle sharp.
They are.
You know, they're just a big knitting needle. Looks to me like.
It's one of the pointers you have on a Gemsbock is while his horns blunt like your finger, the tip, he's a youngster. Once he's sharp, because he brushes it, you know, in the ground and trees and things like that, and they get them as sharp as a needle, and he knows how to use them. Make no mistake.
Nazi?
Yes, sir.
This Gemsbock. I keep trying to call him Gemsbock, but you call him Gemsbock.
Gemsbock, yes.
Gemsbock. This?
Yeah. The G's are.
Okay.
They pronounce very much identical to what you pronounce it in Afrikaans. The English word is a direct translation. It's called a Gemsbock. So, you know, like you get different animals, but pronounced slightly different. This one, English and Afrikaans, is spelt exactly the same. It's not a Gemsbock, it's a Gemsbock in English too. You know, B-O-K,
Gemsbock.
not B-U-C-K.
Well, some of the interesting things that this is the closest I've ever been to one. It's got a black line running down the top of its back, clear through this mane, on top of the neck to the head, and as it gets further toward the back, it gets wider.
It gets wider, yes.
It broadens, and then they've got a tail similar, looks like a horse kind of.
Very much.
A little bit different kind of a tail there, but this is pretty much typical of the color, right? I mean,
that's very typical, and then the typical African mask, you can almost say, on the face, you know, black and white. They are absolutely beautiful animals. They also, another thing that's very interesting about them is they live in the very hot climate, so he's got a very rich blood structure, blood vessel structure in the nose, and that's the way they keep cool.
Really?
That there's a lot of air passing over this very thick blood structure in the face, in the nose, to keep his body cool, because they come from very hot climate, very broad hoof, because of the sand. They live in the sandy areas.
We're gonna have to get him in there and get him taken care of. We gotta worry about his hair. He's getting a little warm, and they're prone to hair slip anyway, and he's a gorgeous animal. And he's destined to be in my front room in the ranch in Kansas. Stay with us for more after these messages.
Over 20 years of honoring gunmakers' traditions. Over 15,000 firearms accurately restored. Doug Turnbull Restoration has the knowledge, skill, and keen eye for detail that can restore your vintage firearm to its original condition and preserve the history it represents. Our bluing, case color hardening, and restoration methods and techniques are all derived from manufacturer specifications that have been in place for over 100 years. Doug Turnbull Restoration, where firearms history comes to life.
I'm Lee Hawes, professional hunter, outfitter, and the host of the television show Classic Hunts. I was recently in Russia hunting brown bear near Siberia. The temperatures were 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. The only thing that kept me warm, comfortable, and dry was my Wool Power garments. Wool Power, when going indoors, is not an option. Trying to see what's going on. Right here.
Just behind the shoulder.
Just behind the shoulder.
Yeah, that's a correct spot.
Okay. Because I thought maybe these might be like American elk. You really don't want to put them in the shoulder.
No.
It doesn't really... Well, you know, we got in and started creeping through the the trees, the acacia trees, and we were kind of going slow. The wind is so hard and heavy here that's pushed these animals off the plain into the scrub here. And so we were easing along trying to find this. We knew there was probably a good bull in here. And we was coming along through there, and all at once all we saw was his mask. It was black and white, and he was looking right at us. So we went down in the grass, and we sat there for seemed like, I don't know, 2 weeks, but it was probably only about 2 minutes. And then, but he was so close, he was only like 40 yards away from us, but he was on the other side of this shrubs. So obviously we couldn't take a shot then. So he worked and busted out, and we just had to spend quite a bit of time looping back out and around and then through where the trees are in the plains and set up to where we could intercept him coming across, and that's what we did. It's been a great hunt here. It's been a great hunt. This is a magnificent animal. This is an animal that I've dreamed of taking for 40 some years, and in Africa. That was always my thing. I wanted to take this animal in Africa, and he's a gorgeous, gorgeous animal. Gorgeous animal. Start the car, Tammy, and head to the airport. I'm headed home. The rest of you, I'll see you back here next week for more Classic Hunts.
Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes is brought to you by Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West. Turnbull Restoration, preserving history, one gun at a time. Shoots in black powder, only the best in world-class black powder. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best. Whoa power, when going indoors is not an option. And Hawes Ranch Outfitters, adventure is our business.